Alrighty, this video is going to be super quick explanation of what you're going to be doing for the Beak of a Finch activity. So this activity, the worksheet you're going to be working on, is in the final page of your packet on page 33, so you can look there. You'll probably also need an additional piece of paper as you're going to be writing 4 paragraphs for this assignment. So go ahead and start by just reading this little introductory paragraph, and we're going to be focusing on the 4 major principles of natural selection, which we've already learned about. So overproduction, variation, natural selection, and inherited traits. So what you're going to be doing is the sub is going to pass out this document. It's going to be laminated, and there's 4 different figures on them. They're all labeled, so you have some different graphs, some different images, but you're going to be analyzing the different graphs and making some claims about natural selection based on the figures. So what you're going to be doing for each figure is you're going to be making a claim. So remember, your claim needs to just make a generalized statement about what you're seeing on the graph, and you're going to support that claim with evidence from the graph and that video we watched. Remember, that video was this one. You should have watched it before this activity on speciation, so make sure you watch that to give you some help with evidence as well. And then you're going to connect it to at least one step of natural selection. Okay, so here are the principles of natural selection. So you're going to be making a claim about the graph, supporting the claim with evidence from the graph and the video. So maybe one piece of evidence from each. I'll let you have 2 pieces of evidence for each paragraph, and then connect it to one of the principles of natural selection. So for figure 1, you can look at figure 1 in front of you. It has the bar graphs on it. An example of a claim you could make could be something like this. So you could state that after the drought, finches adapted to larger beaks over time because the drought reduced the number of seeds, so birds with larger beaks could find alternative food sources that were larger and crack them open more easily due to their large beaks. So this here is the claim. It's a pretty long claim. Yours doesn't need to be that long, but that's a claim based upon the data that we see. I know most of you are going to now use this claim in your figure 1, but try your best to find a different claim you can make off the data that you see. So then they go into evidence. So it specifically says, evidence in figure 1 shows that during the drought, before selection, there were this many birds on the island, and it shows that only 90 birds were left after the drought. So it's giving specific numbers. Make sure your evidence is giving specific data that helps to support the claim. Okay. Then you can include that states in the video that this happened. So support that evidence that you see in the graph by what they state in the video. And then at the end, they connect it to what principle of natural selection is covered. Oops. So again, that's what you're going to be doing for each of these figures. You're going to be writing 4 separate paragraphs, so 1 paragraph for each of the figures. But yeah, it should be pretty simple. You can type this if you'd like and then go ahead and email it to me, or you can just write it out on a scrap sheet, not a scrap sheet of paper, a lined piece of paper, and then turn it into the sub as well. Thanks.